For thousands of years, humans have been obsessed with making lists of the world's greatest wonders. The first list? The legendary 7 wonders of the ancient world, dreamed up by Greek travelers over 2,000 years ago. But here's the shocking truth, only one of those wonders still exists today. The Great Pyramid of Giza. The others? Destroyed by time, earthquakes, fire, and even an angry mob. Since then, people haven't stopped chasing the idea of wonders, new lists, new marvels, and new creations that push the limits of human imagination. And today, we're about to take you on a journey through 20 of the most jaw-dropping man-made wonders ever built. Number 20, Burj Khalifa, Dubai. Rising out of the desert like a futuristic spear, the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world, and an absolute marvel of modern engineering. It stretches an unbelievable 2,715 feet into the sky, with 2 observation decks and even a restaurant and bar perched on the 122nd floor. Construction started in 2004, and after 6 years, and the efforts of up to 13,000 workers building floors in as little as 3 days, the tower officially opened in 2010. Since then, it's become one of the most jaw-dropping sights on Earth. Head up to the top observation deck on the 124th floor, and you'll see Dubai spread out beneath you like a glittering map. It's an experience so surreal, it feels like you're standing above the clouds. Number 19. The Acropolis, Greece. The Acropolis in Athens is one of those places that just takes your breath away. Perched high above the city, it's like a time capsule of ancient Greece, holding treasures that date all the way back to the 5th century BC. Up here, you'll find some of the most iconic landmarks in history: the Temple of Athena Nike, the mysterious Erechtheum, and of course, the legendary Parthenon. Built in 447 BC, during the peak of Athens' power, the Parthenon still stands as a bold symbol of Greek pride. Those endless rows of marble columns? They've witnessed empires rise and fall. And the real magic? At night, the whole Acropolis lights up. From anywhere in Athens, you can see it glowing like a beacon, a reminder of a civilization that shaped the world. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 18. Ifugao Rice Terraces, Philippines. On the island of Luzon, nature and human ingenuity blend together in a breathtaking way. For over 2,000 years, the Ifugao people have been carving rice terraces into the steep slopes of the Cordillera Mountains, layer upon layer of green steps rising into the mist. The most famous terraces are around the town of Bano, and here's the amazing part. They were built entirely by hand with no modern tools, and yet they still stand strong today. Farmers continue to plant and harvest rice here, just as their ancestors did centuries ago. For visitors, the sight is unforgettable. Endless emerald green fields curve along the mountain ridges, making it look like the land itself has been sculpted into art. Number 17. Chichen Itza, Mexico. Now let's head over to Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, where one of the greatest legacies of the Mayan civilization still stands. Chichen Itza. This ancient city was booming around 600 AD, but by 1221, it was mysteriously abandoned when Mayapan rose to power. The star of the site is the Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo. This massive step pyramid has 4 stairways pointing in every direction and exactly 365 steps, one for every single day of the year. Pretty clever, right? But here's the wild part. During the spring and fall equinox, sunlight hits the pyramid just right, creating the illusion of a giant serpent slithering down the steps. Imagine seeing that centuries ago without knowing the science behind it. It must have felt like pure magic. And Chichen Itza isn't just about the pyramid. The Great Ball Court still echoes with the games played there, the Wall of Skulls sends chills down your spine, and the sacred cenote reminds us of the Mayans' more chilling rituals, including human sacrifices. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 16. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. You know this one, it's probably the most famous oops in architectural history. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is instantly recognizable for its dramatic 4-degree tilt, which makes it look like it could tumble any second. Built as the bell tower for Pisa Cathedral back in the 12th century, the tower took nearly 200 years to finish. But the problem started early. The ground beneath one side was too soft, and before anyone could fix it, the whole thing began leaning. Today, it still stands 55.8 meters tall and perfectly imperfect. Tourists from around the world flock to see it, snap those classic holding up the tower photos, and marvel at a mistake that turned into one of the world's greatest wonders. Number 15. Himeji Castle, Japan. Himeji Castle is often called the crown jewel of Japanese castle architecture, and for good reason. Originally built as a fortress during Japan's feudal period, it was designed to keep enemies out. Over the centuries, it's been rebuilt and remodeled, so it now carries traces of different eras in its design. What makes Himeji truly legendary is its survival. It stood tall through earthquakes, fires, and even the bombings of World War II. You might have even seen it on the big screen. It appeared in several films, including the James Bond classic You Only Live Twice. With its dazzling white walls and elegant, sweeping design, the castle looks like a bird in mid-flight. That's why locals call it the White Egret Castle, a fortress that manages to look both powerful and graceful. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 14. Sydney Opera House, Australia. The Sydney Opera House isn't just a building, it's a symbol of Australia. Designed by architect Jorn Utzon, its sweeping white sails were meant to look like a massive ship gliding across the water. And standing against the backdrop of Sydney Harbour, it does exactly that. Inside, it's not just one hall, It's a whole complex with multiple venues that host over 1,500 performances every single year. From opera and theater to concerts and ballet, it's a stage for the world. With the Royal Botanic Gardens on one side and the harbour on the other, the Sydney Opera House is more than architecture, it's one of the most photographed and instantly recognizable landmarks on the planet. Number 13. Leshan Great Buddha, China. Carved directly into a cliff face in western China, the Leshan Giant Buddha is jaw-dropping in scale. Construction began way back in 713 during the Tang Dynasty, and it took nearly a century, thousands of sculptors and workers, to finally complete. The result? The largest carved stone Buddha in the entire world. It towers 233 feet high, with fingers alone that stretch over 11 feet long. Imagine standing at its feet, you'd feel absolutely tiny. Over the centuries, this monumental figure has been celebrated in poetry, songs, and legends. Looking up at it today, you can't help but feel the same awe that people must have felt more than 1,000 years ago. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 12. Golden Gate Bridge, USA. Stretching across the Golden Gate Strait, linking San Francisco to Marin County, the Golden Gate Bridge is more than just a way across. It's a global icon. Construction began in the 1930s, and after 4 years of hard work, the bridge finally opened in 1937. At the time, it was the longest suspension bridge span in the entire world, and it instantly became a symbol of California's ambition and ingenuity. And let's talk about the color. Its famous red-orange shade wasn't picked by accident. It was chosen so the bridge could stand out through the heavy fog that often blankets the bay. Today, with its Art Deco towers rising above the water, the Golden Gate Bridge is one of the most photographed bridges in history and one of the most unforgettable sights in America. Number 11. St. Basil's Cathedral, Russia. Now this one looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale. St. Basil's Cathedral, with its swirling, colorful onion domes, is hands down the most iconic landmark in Russia. Sitting right in Moscow's Red Square, it's instantly recognizable. Commissioned by Ivan the Terrible back in 1555, the cathedral is a wild mix of shapes, patterns, and colors, so much so that it almost looks like a giant, bright candy shop dropped in the middle of the city. But don't let the playful look fool you. This building was created to commemorate a victorious battle in Tatarstan, and over time, it's become a powerful symbol of Russia itself. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 10. The Alhambra, Spain. Perched on a hilltop in Granada, Spain, the Alhambra is one of the world's most stunning blends of palace and fortress. It first rose in 889, built on the ruins of old Roman fortifications, and later transformed into a dazzling symbol of Moorish power. For centuries, much of the Iberian Peninsula was ruled by the Islamic Moors, and Andalusia, where the Alhambra sits, was their crown jewel. Walk through today, and you'll find yourself moving from citadel towers to serene courtyards, through lush Moorish gardens, and into halls decorated with delicate geometric patterns carved in stone. And the setting? With the snow-capped Sierra Nevada mountains as a backdrop, the Alhambra feels almost mystical, like it belongs to another world entirely. Number 9. Great Wall of China, China. Stretching across 15 Chinese provinces and autonomous regions, the Great Wall of China holds the title of the longest man-made structure in the world. Rather than one continuous wall, it is actually a series of fortifications, moats, and watchtowers built over 6 different Chinese dynasties to protect the empire from invaders. More than 2,000 years old, many sections have crumbled into ruins, yet its sheer scale remains breathtaking. And here's something fascinating. If someone dared to walk the entire length of the Great Wall, it would take them about 18 months to complete the journey. Number 8. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Now, let's move to Cambodia, where you'll find Angkor Wat, the crown jewel of Angkor's temples and the largest of them all. Built in the early 12th century, this temple isn't just massive, it's a masterpiece. The balance, the symmetry, the sheer beauty of it all make Angkor Wat one of the greatest monuments on Earth. Picture this. A huge rectangular reservoir surrounding the temple, with 3 rising terraces that lead up to a central shrine and tower reaching almost 670 feet high. The design isn't random, it's symbolic. It represents Mount Meru, the sacred home of the gods in Hindu mythology. Standing before it, you don't just see stone walls, you feel like you're standing at the crossroads of heaven and earth. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 7. The Moai Statues, Easter Island. Out in the middle of the Pacific, on remote Easter Island, stand some of the most mysterious monuments on Earth, the Moai statues. Massive, stoic, and unforgettable, these towering figures were carved by the Rapa Nui people between 400 and 1500 AD. There are more than 800 of them scattered across the island, most of them gazing inland, their backs to the sea. The tallest weighs over 80 tons, and each one is thought to have taken nearly a year to carve using only simple basalt tools. Why were they built? Theories range from honoring clan ancestors to beliefs that the statues could actually bless the land and make the soil more fertile. Whatever the reason, the Moai remain powerful guardians of Easter Island, keeping their silent watch over the land for centuries. Number 6. The Eiffel Tower, France. When you think of Paris, one image instantly comes to mind. The Eiffel Tower. Named after its engineer, Gustave Eiffel, this iron giant was built between 1887 and 1889 as the grand entrance to the World's Fair. Standing 324 meters tall, it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for over 40 years, until New York's Empire State Building took the crown in 1930. Even today, it still dominates the Paris skyline. Hop in the elevator and ride to the top, and you'll see why millions flock here every year. From the observation deck, Paris unfolds beneath you, broad boulevards, neat rows of trees, and sweeping parks, all radiating out from the heart of the city. It's not just a tower, it's the very symbol of France. Number 5. Abu Simbel, Egypt. Now let's head deep into southern Egypt, where one of the most breathtaking monuments of the ancient world still stands. Abu Simbel. Carved directly into the mountainside during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses the Great in the 13th century BC, these two enormous temples were designed as a tribute to himself and to his beloved queen, Nefertari. Guarded by colossal statues of Ramesses that tower over the entrance, the temples were meant to project his power and ensure his legacy for eternity. And remarkably, they still do. But here's the twist. The Abu Simbel we see today isn't in its original spot. In the 1960s, the entire complex was cut into huge blocks and relocated piece by piece, to save it from being swallowed by Lake Nasser after the Aswan Dam was built. It's not just a wonder of ancient engineering, it's a wonder of modern preservation too. Number 4. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. If you've ever pictured a fairy tale castle, chances are you're imagining Neuschwanstein. Built by Mad King Ludwig II of Bavaria in the 19th century, this castle's soaring towers and romantic design were so magical they became the inspiration for Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. Construction started in 1869, but tragically, Ludwig never lived to see his dream realized. He died in 1886, the very year the castle was completed. Perched high in the Bavarian Alps, surrounded by dense forests and shimmering lakes, Neuschwanstein looks like it was plucked straight from a storybook. And even today, it remains one of the most enchanting and photographed castles in the world. Please, if you found value in this video, take a moment to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Your support helps motivate us in making more interesting videos. Thanks. Number 3. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican City. At the very heart of the Catholic world stands St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most important and awe-inspiring churches ever built. To give you a sense of its scale, the entire Statue of Liberty, or even a space shuttle with its booster rockets, could fit inside its soaring interior. The basilica was built on the traditional site where the Apostle Peter was believed to have been crucified and buried. Construction of the current church began in 1506 and wrapped up in 1615, over a century later. Some of history's greatest artists left their mark here. Michelangelo designed the massive dome, while Bernini shaped the breathtaking St. Peter's Square outside. Together, They created not just a building, but a symbol of faith and artistic genius that draws millions of visitors every year. Number 2. Borobudur, Indonesia. Rising out of the lush jungles of Java, Borobudur is the largest Buddhist temple in the entire world, and one of the most breathtaking. Built in the 9th century from more than 2 million blocks of volcanic stone, this giant monument eventually fell into ruin and was swallowed by the jungle, until it was rediscovered in the 1800s. Since then, it's been restored, and today, it's especially magical at sunrise, when golden light pours over its towers and statues. The temple itself is a massive pyramid made of 6 square platforms topped by 3 circular ones. It's not just architecture, it's a spiritual journey. As you walk upward, the pathway symbolizes enlightenment, moving through the 3 levels of Buddhist cosmology: the world of desire, the world of form, and the world of formlessness. Along the way, more than 2,000 carved reliefs and 500 Buddha statues teach and guide pilgrims, just as they did over 1,000 years ago. Number 1. The Temples of Baalbek, Lebanon. Once called the City of the Sun, Baalbek is home to some of the most spectacular Roman ruins still standing today. Among its sprawling complex, 2 temples dominate the scene: the Temple of Jupiter and the Temple of Bacchus. The Temple of Jupiter was built to be the largest temple in the entire Roman Empire. Imagine 54 colossal granite columns, each one 21 meters tall, lining the front of the temple. Only 6 of those giants remain today, but even those 6 are jaw-dropping. Nearby stands the Temple of Bacchus, built in 150 AD, and it's one of the best preserved Roman temples anywhere in the world. Though the site was plundered for building materials over the centuries, Baalbek still radiates grandeur. It's not just a ruin, it's a living reminder of Rome's ambition and one of Lebanon's most treasured landmarks. And there you have it, 20 of the greatest man-made wonders our world has ever seen. Each one tells a story, not just of bricks, stone, or steel, but of human ambition, creativity, and the desire to leave a mark that outlasts time itself. Which of these wonders amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible documentaries. Until next time, keep exploring, because the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered.